Yo, what's going on, YouTube? And welcome back to Goal Line Hockey. It's your boy Kevin Forte, and guys, we have got to take a look today at the Anaheim Ducks. The Anaheim Ducks right now have completely changed the game in that Pacific Division. But we're not just talking about the Anaheim Ducks today. We're getting a little bit more into one specific player, Troy Terry. Troy Terry, a fifth-round pick, has become one of the early season surprises of the NHL. And he's become one of these guys all of a sudden that you're kind of questioning, could he potentially win the Hart Trophy? And what we've seen from Terry has been nothing short of incredible. And we heard a little bit from Dallas Aikens. We heard some things from Paul Kariya and some different people around the NHL, around the Anaheim Ducks organization on Terry's development. So we'll be taking a look at that. And you look at, the roller coaster of a career it's been for Terry. This has been a guy he's 24 years old, born in Denver, Colorado, played with the U.S. National Underdevelopment team, or the under 18 development program, spent 3 seasons at the University of Denver, and he's been playing with the Anaheim Ducks since the 2017-18 season. So now he is this is his 5th season in the NHL. 2 of those seasons spent splitting with the San Diego Gulls of the American Hockey League. And Troy Terry, a 2015 5th round pick, 149th overall. What if I told you 5 years into his NHL career, he would be putting up the best point totals of his career? And what we've seen from Troy Terry and his development is incredible. So in his career, he's got 68 points in 144 NHL games. Right now, in 15 games this season, he has 11 goals and 9 assists. He already has 20 points in 15 games. And you look at his numbers from just last season, he has already broken his points from last season. He played a full season last year, and he's already broke that point total 15 games into this season. And a new mental outlook seems to have completely changed the mindset of a young Troy Terry. The number 15 on the Anaheim Ducks has all of a sudden broken out and become a true guy making noise in Orange County, California. Terry has a 13-game scoring streak as well as an 11 goals in 19 points in 14 games in 15 games. 20 points in 15 games. And what we've seen from Troy Terry in the last 5 games alone, he's got an assist, a goal and an assist, 2 goals and an assist, and an assist. And you look at his average ice time, he's averaging 21 minutes, 17 minutes, 22 minutes, 21 minutes, and 20 minutes. So he's averaging over 20 minutes of ice time, almost 21 minutes of ice time with those 22 and 21 minutes. This is a guy that just came out of nowhere. And you look at what he's done around the players around him, he's really ignited the careers of Ryan Getzlaf and Adam Henrique, his line mates, and has made them into really talented players as well. You look at, like I said, last season in 48 games, he got 20 points. 15 games. So a third less hockey of a season, the same amount of points. And wow, just really incredible stuff. His first season in Anaheim, in 2 games, 0 points. 13 points in 32 games the following season. 15 points in 47 games. Again, those 2 seasons were split with San Diego. And then last season, his first full season, but again, he didn't play 4 games, 20 points in 48 games, and then this season. So just Troy Terry, it's just really great to see how he's helped out his teammates, how he's made himself better. And if you guys don't remember, in the springtime this year, you go back to my videos before the trade deadline, Troy Terry was on the block for the Anaheim Ducks in a trade. And I was really disappointed because there was a lot of expectations for Troy Terry to be a top 6 winger in the NHL that could score goals and be a good top 6 player. From what we'd seen from him, there was expectations that he could be a really nice key depth draft pick from the Ducks that could turn into a really nice hockey player. And now we are seeing that. But in the springtime, it didn't look that way. A very streaky guy that, he even said recently that, he had too many highs and lows. And you have those peaks and valleys. You get yourself in a point where you're mentally, it's very difficult because you're either very high up or you're very low and you're just never in sync. And Dallas Eakins, when asked about Troy Terry, said, he has seen a lot of maturity from Troy Terry in his just day-to-day. If you're scratched, basically, this is from Dallas Eakins. He basically said, when it rained, it poured. And when it was sunny, it was, sunny. You expect it to be sunny every day. And that's not necessarily the case. Just because it rained today doesn't mean it's going to rain tomorrow. And because it's sunny today doesn't mean it's going to be sunny tomorrow either. And just staying more in sync and just kind of staying at an even wavelength is the key to success in the NHL. And Troy Terry seems to be getting that. And Paul Kariya, back a couple years ago at his Jersey retirement, was talking very highly of Troy Terry, basically saying this is a kid that's going to be a great NHL player. And he saw what we are seeing right now from him a couple years back when he was a young rookie. So, listen, I'm really happy to see the story. Because, everybody wants to talk about the story of the guy that was this really good player, this highly drafted player, turns out to be a bust. Everybody wants that nice little, that guy ended up not becoming anything. But what about the little guy that was drafted in the 5th round back 6 years ago? And now he's coming into the NHL, leading the NHL in goal scoring, up at the top of the leaderboards with guys like Kyle Connor. And all of a sudden, the Anaheim Ducks, one of the hottest teams in the NHL, they were on a 7-game losing streak not that long ago. And ever since Troy Terry started getting on this little heater, the Anaheim Ducks have suddenly become one of the forces to be reckoned with in the NHL. And you look at where they're at right now, they're 7th in the NHL standings, 9-4-3 through their first 16 games. And got to be feeling pretty good about themselves. And this was the Ducks team where we said going into the year, yes, it was going to be year 2 of Jamie Drysdale and Trevor Zegras. But where was there going to be any more scoring? Maxime Comtois was supposed to be the next guy to score goals. We saw what he did last season. He was a really prolific goal scorer. That seems to have dried up this season. We haven't seen much goal scoring from guys like Rickard Rakell, Ryan Getzlaf, and Henrique continue to get older. But the Ducks are getting goal scoring from Terry, which is now he's making players around him better. That's been another thing. You have to find a guy that makes players around him better. And the Ducks haven't been able to do that until Troy Terry recently. And just like that, if he could just, he started the season off really well, able to build off that. And now we're seeing Troy Terry be, like I said, one of the more lethal goal scorers in the NHL. It's really nice to see that. And just the turnaround of this guy's career. Like I said, in the springtime of this year, in 2021, you go back to that Trade Center show, you go to Sportsnet, you go to TSN, you go to NHL Network, and even here at Goal Line Hockey, we were talking about rumors of Troy Terry potentially getting traded. Some of those teams probably kicking themselves right now, thinking, man, if we could have caught that magic right now from this kid, we traded him for, say, a 2nd or 3rd round pick now, in the springtime, we could have maybe had him at his best right now. But the Anaheim Ducks are probably, wiping themselves off the forehead a little bit, those beads of sweat, saying, we dodged a bullet not trading this kid away, because the potential was always there, and now he's finally breaking out as an NHL player. So guys, let me know what you think in the comment section down below. Will this last, this magical run from Troy Terry, or is it going to fall off and we end up at the end of the season saying, yeah, he got off to a hot start, but things fell off? So again, it's good when you could do it for a couple games to start the season. Can you do it for a full 82-game schedule? That's really the grind of the NHL, and we're going to see that if Troy Terry can do that this year. So, guys, make sure to check out our Streamlabs shop in the description down below. And, guys, again, this Friday night, we're going to be doing our first live stream. It's going to be a little bit of a test run, but a 10 o'clock game. I'm probably going to let you know more during the week. Either a 10 or a 10:30 game. Maybe it's a Ducks game. They have those late starts. So we'll be keep an eye out for that on our Instagram. I'll be keeping you guys updated with that. Guys, as always, thank you so much for watching this video, and let's go Ducks.